The room was quiet, save for the soft hum of the air conditioner, when she said it. Her words hit like a sudden gust of wind, sharp and unexpected. "I slept with my ex last night," she confessed, her voice low, eyes fixed on the floor. I froze, my coffee mug halfway to my lips, the warmth of the ceramics suddenly feeling too hot against my fingers. The world seemed to tilt, and for a moment, I wasn't sure if I'd heard her right. But her silence confirmed it, heavy and suffocating, filling the space between us. I set the mug down slowly, my mind racing to process the betrayal. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. Instead, a strange calm settled over me, like the stillness before a storm. I looked at her, really looked at her, and saw the woman I'd built a life with, years of shared dreams, late-night talks, and promises now shattered. My heart ached, but my voice was steady when I spoke. "Great," I said, almost too casually, "here's your $94,000 bill for cheating." Her eyes snapped up, wide with confusion, searching my face for a hint of a joke. But I wasn't joking. Not entirely. The number wasn't random, it was the sum of every sacrifice, every compromise, every moment I'd poured into us. She laughed nervously, thinking it was some dark humor to diffuse the tension. "What are you talking about?" she asked, her voice trembling now. I leaned back in my chair, folding my arms. The bill wasn't literal, of course, but it was real to me. It was the cost of the house down payment I'd saved for us, the vacations we didn't take so we could build a future, the overtime hours I worked to make her smile. I started listing them, my voice cold but measured, each item a reminder of what I'd given up. Her face paled as the weight of my words sank in. She tried to explain, stumbling over her words, saying it was a mistake, a moment of weakness. She'd run into her ex at a bar, and one drink led to another. I listened, but her excuses felt like static, meaningless noise. I wasn't interested in the details. Each one would only carve the wound deeper. Instead, I thought about trust, how fragile it was, how we'd spent years building it only for her to tear it down in one night. I wondered if she'd ever truly valued it, or if I'd been blind to her restlessness all along. The conversation shifted to consequences. I didn't want revenge, but I needed clarity. I told her I needed time, space to think about what this meant for us. She nodded, tears streaming down her face, promising she'd do anything to fix it. But some things can't be fixed, not easily. I thought about the life we'd planned, kids, a home, growing old together, and wondered if it was all a mirage. The $94,000 wasn't about money, it was about the price of her choice, the debt she'd incurred in my heart. Days passed, and we moved through the house like ghosts, polite but distant. I started calculating what was next. Could I forgive her? Could I trust her again? I dove into work, letting spreadsheets and deadlines numb the pain. She tried to bridge the gap, leaving notes, cooking my favorite meals, but they felt like empty gestures. I wasn't ready to let her back in. The bill I'd mentioned lingered in my mind, not as a demand for payment but as a reminder of my worth. I deserved honesty, loyalty, things she'd failed to give. One evening, I sat her down. The air was thick with unspoken questions. I told her I wasn't sure we could rebuild what was broken, but I was willing to try, if she was. Therapy, transparency, a long road to earning back trust. She agreed, her voice small but resolute. I didn't know if we'd make it, but I knew I couldn't let her mistake define me. The $94,000 bill was my way of reclaiming power, of saying I wasn't invisible, that my love had value. Months later, we're still navigating the wreckage. Some days are better, filled with tentative laughter and cautious hope. Others are heavy with doubt. The bill is unpaid, a metaphor for the work she still owes, to me, to us. I don't know if we'll ever fully recover, but I'm learning to value myself, to demand what I'm worth. And maybe, just maybe, that's the first step toward healing, or moving on.